Hi guys, this is Vineet, and in this video we will discuss about changing some of the database properties. How we can change that, we will discuss about that. Before we proceed further, I would request you guys to subscribe to my channel and hit on the bell icon to get all the update regarding my future videos. Now let's continue. There are two ways you can change the properties of the database. You can do this via the GUI mode in SQL Server Management Studio, or you can write a function, not write a function, you can use this function database property X to get details on the property values. You need to specify the database name as an argument along with the property to which you want to fetch the value. That's what we use this function if you want to fetch only a single property of the database. Else you can also query the database's system catalog to get the various properties and values for various databases, the system databases as well as the user defined databases, and we'll see both of these methods. So in addition to viewing the properties of the database, you can change the properties of the database using the alter database statement itself. So let me take you through demo of using this particular function and the GUI mode. So let's go to SQL Server and expand the databases section, and let's view the properties of the testDB. So testDB is our database, and I'm trying to view some of the properties. So on the left hand side there are properties are categorized, like you can view the file properties where I can see 5 files listed for this particular database. In addition to that, you can go to options to view some properties related to this database, and we will give more details on this properties. Each property has a specific function for this database, so we will discuss individual properties in separate video. For now I'm just showing you, for example, maxtop is one of the properties and its value set to 0 right now. Maxtop is maximum degree of parallelism, and we will discuss about this property detail in our other videos. And on the left hand side altogether we see properties related to the database. For example, recovery model is one of the property of this database, and the setting is set to full. But we can change it to bulk logged and simple from here as well. So this is the GUI mode where you can view properties and change it here as well. We can change the collation setting as well for the database. Alright, so we can change the properties here as well. So it gives us drop downs, and we can also change numbers for certain properties. We can perform change through here and also see what is currently configured for this particular database regarding various properties. So let's cancel out it and go back to the node. So far we have seen how you can view the properties of a database through GUI mode in SQL Server Management Studio, as well as you can change the properties as well. Now let's look at one of the functions, which is database property X function. This function can be used to get information on single attribute of this particular database, like we want to view a single property value. So let me take you to SQL Server, and together with me you can write a statement, select database. Let's select the proper database. Right now master is selected, so it will give details pertaining to master. So let me select testDB so that we are running our query against testDB. So the function is database property X. This is the function. Then even though selecting database here is not not make any difference, because we are specifying the database as argument to this function. So we are taking testDB database, and we want to check the is auto shrink property for this database. We want to check what is the value for the is auto shrink property. for this database. So let me press F5, and the value for this auto shrink is set to 0, means the auto shrinking is not on for this database. One of the other properties we're seeing is the recovery model. So let me check that. So when I ran that, I got null as the value. So the other way, let me see what all properties we have defined for this database, and in order to do so, we need to run the following select statement, and we take sys.databases catalog to figure out what all databases we have and what are the properties of those databases. So I hit F5 key. So let's check the 6th row, which is for testdb, and I see there is a recovery model property. So yeah, here. So recovery model, I had not mentioned the underscore over here, so that's why I was getting the null as value, because the column name was not appropriate. Now if I run this function, I will get 1 as the recovery model. So again, it is not showing me. Maybe I need to cast it, I don't know. Let me see if this works. No, it's not giving this particular property value like this. So anyhow, we had shown you is auto shrink property using this function. So let me again go to select star from sys databases. Here we can try to figure out whether we have the auto shrink property which we had used in the database property X function. So here the column name is different from what we use in this particular function. So earlier we used the is auto shrink on, we had just used this is auto shrink. So the column names in the sys databases catalog and the property name we mention here in the database properties X function is little bit different. So here we were mentioning the is auto shrink property, and but if we look at the sys databases, we have a column is auto shrink on, so which is currently set to 0. So the column names here and the properties we are checking are not in sync, so we need to check what all properties does database property X function support. You can check online, or I will prepare a new video specifically related to database property X function, wherein I will take all the properties and show you what you get regarding the database. For now, I think this is fine. So I was running the statement select star from sys databases. Here you can see properties for this test database, like its database ID is 6 and collation settings we can get that from collation underscore name column, and it's a multi-user database and online right now. We can check various properties using this particular system catalog, which is sys databases, and this is not a table, this is system catalog. Now let's go back to notes, and we have seen how you can use this function, and we have used one of the properties is auto shrink for the testdb database, and I have shown you how you can use sys databases catalog view to fetch out the properties of various databases that are present in your system. And if you want to change the property of database, you can use that using the alter function. So let me show you how you can do that. Give me a second. So let's go back to the database. So let's try to get one of the properties for, I'm using the I want the value of the properties we have one property value, snapshot underscore isolation state. Alright, and this is available in sys.databases system catalog. So let's check, and we want to take database name as, let's check the testdb. We want to take as the database name, so we need to put name in square bracket because name is, I think, the reserved keyword in SQL Server, so I'm putting that in square brackets, and I'm taking testdb as the database. So right now the value of this property is set to 0, means the snapshot isolation state is not turned on, right? And if we want to turn it on, what we can do is we can change one of the properties using the alter statement. So what we need to do, we need to alter the database testdb, and this specific property can be modified by using the keyword allow snapshot isolation, and this can be turned on, which will make the value of this as 1 in this particular system catalog sys databases. So I'm turning this property on after issuing the alter database statement. So yeah, our statement is finished here, so I put a semicolon over here, and let's execute this statement to see if snapshot isolation gets on. So I've executed the command. Now let's run this statement. I will get 1 against it. So right now we can see the snapshot isolation state is turned on for testdb. Let's turn it back off because earlier it was off. So again I can alter the database and set this property to off, and we can check by looking at the sys databases catalog regarding this particular database. So alright, we are done here. We have shown you how you can view and change properties through SQL Server Management Studio graphical user interface mode, and we have shown you how you can use database property X function to get the value regarding one particular property, and you can also query the 6 databases catalog to get various property values for various databases present in your system. And in order to change the property of the database using query, you can use the alter database statement, and we have just given you a demo for that, and I think we are done this video with this video, and I thank you all for your time. Please do like this video if you really liked it, and do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get all the updates, and please guys, please share this video with your friends so that they can also enhance their knowledge level. Alright, and thank you once again, and you have a nice day ahead.